Hello, everybody. It's Friday night. It's time for BND, the D&D live stream where a group of high school friends attempts to play Dungeons and Dragons remotely via the internet. With us, as always, we have Erin as Agnes the Bard, Tim as Twizzard the Wizard, Stephen as Finric the Monk, and Chris as Paelias the Cleric. As always, I am Shawn, your ever humble and faithful DM, and this is BND Live. All right. Welcome back, folks. Let's do a little recap from last week, shall we? After finishing a wonderful performance at Lady Norfell Lewin's estate for the esteemed guests sitting around the table, including Finric and Paelias, Agnes, Twizzard, and Finistel were rudely interrupted by a large group of monks dropping from the ceiling and basically causing havoc. Now, did these monks have something to do with the dead body that you left in the wizard realm? Maybe. Did they have something to do with the magical amulets that you had on you that presumably there's a bounty for? We may never know because either all the monks were killed or got away in the ensuing battle. Oh, by the way, Ligur grabbed the stunned Wimblecat and Skulldrake, the Duke's right-hand man, and poof, teleported away right away. The monks attacked Twizzard. Agnes contemplated running or fighting, settled somewhere in the middle, I should say. I think it's fair. There was a chandelier that got shattered and fell. Chaos, flying people, a sloth appears, a sloth disappears. People were stunned, people were unstunned. Master Rang, the drunken master, found her student and had a fight, and then eventually brought them away. There was an epic in-air battle that ends with a clutch feather fall from Agnes. Moondrop poofs out with Darvain, the leader of the monks that attacked. Another monk escaped in a cloud of smoke, and things eventually died down. Shogun Kovath called the city guards. They came in, took away the bodies of the dead monks. Other guests, left as Lady Norfell said her goodbyes, and our heroes, the Ateum, left to go raid the kitchen. And that is where we will pick things up tonight as you're raiding the kitchen. It's about, what time is it? It's about, I don't know, a little after 8 p.m. on DePaul. What would you like to do?
Right, the kitchen.
I think there
I'd
were,
like to excuse myself to use the privy.
All right.
Where is that?
Water closet?
Neither Heather or Lady Norfell are with you right now, so where would you like to go?
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. Do I know which way they went?
You think that they're in the ballroom, sort of cleaning up, picking up chairs, maybe directing some unseen servants. You're not 100% sure. You do hear sounds from there, though.
Okay, cool. Let's go to hang a left. Like down or up those stairs?
Either up
down.
the stairs?
Yeah.
Alright, so you go up the stairs, and you reach a door that is closed.
I'm gonna sending stone the others.
Okay.
Guys.
Suppose if it was really closed, it would be...
Fallen ready? What's happening?
I went upstairs. There's a whole house up here.
Stuff to take?
No, a second level?
Believe it or not.
Let's go up. I go sneakily running up.
Find the
I
carpet.
didn't realize rich people knew about second floors.
Maybe they don't. There might not be anything good up here.
Yeah. Maybe we
Right.
can squat.
Paelias and Agnes.
Yeah, we should live up here. Why are we paying money at the Duchess so we could stay up here?
I find it interesting that they have so much space for no servants.
Whose house is this?
Ours now.
Oh, that was an unexpected turn.
The pickle jar.
Is there a door I can open?
There is a door. It is locked.
Oh, is there another door?
No. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry. There is. There's a door to your right. There's a
Can I
door to your
open that?
left. At the top of the stairs, there's a door to the left and a door to the right.
Which one of them is unlocked?
The one to the right.
Ooh. So we want the one to the left.
Yeah.
Let's kick that one open.
Pass
Nope.
me a lockpick, and I will try my hand at it.
No, we have mason tools.
I know, but I have a +8 for sleight of hand.
What would you like to do, Finric?
I'd like to open the one on the right.
All right,
Take
you
a peek
open the
inside.
one on the right, and you see the ballroom below you. You're up sort of on a balcony, and you look down, and you see Lady Norfell and Heather working together, cleaning up the mess.
Do they see me?
They did not notice you. No, you opened the door quietly enough.
Just gonna go ahead and close that door.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
Back away slowly.
Which leaves us with door number 1.
I'm gonna go back into the kitchen and just make random kitchen sounds to make it sound as though things are normal.
Ooh, good thinking.
And I will say that Finistel and Mr. Bones were still in there. Finistel decided to just rest. But you go down, you start making some kitchen noises with her. That was it was quite the battle, Agnes? Is that? I'm getting the.
Well,
feeling-
thank you. Thank you for your help. I mean, that armor that you had was pretty amazing.
Yes. Unfortunately, it did hurt one of our own at one point, but all said and done, it worked out well.
And Mr. Bones, you got that critical hit there. Very impressive.
If it was possible for a skeleton to look humble but proud, that's what Mr. Bones looked like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a first for Mr. Bones.
I believe that all my inspiration kind of failed.
I think at least one person had
I don't think anyone was able to use it successfully.
had benefits from it. No, I don't know.
That's all right.
I thought it worked out.
Thought that mattered.
All right.
I guess
yeah,
there was
so
another staircase, right?
There was another staircase. There's also the door.
The locked door.
The locked door. Yeah, that's the one.
Hey, on my little kit here, it says I have thieves' tools, which I've never once tried to take advantage of. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, that's where I get my lockpick from every time.
Right. Can I use my thieves' tools to open that door?
Go for it. Roll
Yeah,
Roll a sleight of
I'm
hand
gonna do
there.
it. All right. I use my
When you're in,
cut a hole in the door.
Wait,
Why
what?
don't you just take that black spot out of your pocket and throw it up against the door? Put your hand through the
Is this
black
Who Framed
hole,
Roger Rabbit?
and then just turn the door from the other side.
That's ridiculous. I'll get Judge Doom on my butt after that. All right.
Where'd you get a black spot? That's cool.
I don't have one of those. Some clown is making that up.
Definitely not canon.
Oh yeah, so I use my thieves' tools to cut a hole in the door.
To cut a hole in the door, really?
I don't know how they work.
You would
Use a
pick the lock.
lockpick.
you just pick the lock.
I like my idea better. Okay, I picked the lock, and I'm successful.
Did you roll a sleight of hand?
No. One moment. I
Gotta roll
can
that.
do it that way. Oh, is that a 6 or a 9? Oh, but sleight of hand. I think I've got something. No, I don't. Okay,
That's a 6.
I got 6.
A 6. Yeah, no. The lock seems to hold up against you.
Hey, can I give it a try?
Sure.
Cool.
With the thieves' tool or a different method?
Yeah.
All right.
I hand him to Finric.
Also a 6.
This lock is hard, man.
Paelias, would you like to try your hand?
Okay.
Come on.
So you guys sort of like shuffle aside into the narrow staircase.
Pass the tools over.
The ascending stone, Agnes. Agnes, you're on deck.
Mr. Bones, you're a last resort.
He doesn't even have a spinning stone, but he knows you're talking about him.
Oh boy, I got a 7.
Oh, you really
There
good.
you go.
I bet that door flies open.
Yeah, I bet it's open now. Wait. Oh, yeah, +0. Yeah, I got a 7.
The door remains
Hey, Agnes, want to trade places?
stubbornly stuck.
I don't know if I feel comfortable about breaking into a locked room in our hostess's house. It was one thing when it was Falrith who had taken over Gregson's house, but this is someone who's treated us pretty well. And she just had her like entire party ruined for most of the guests. She might have enjoyed it, but
I don't. If she enjoyed it, I don't think it was ruined.
I just rolled again and I got a 15.
Ooh, can we try again?
All right, with a little more tinkering, all of your efforts combined, the door springs open as Finric and Agnes discuss the morality of your actions.
All three of us had to pick it at once. That's the
I
thing.
mean, that's a short discussion. It's totally immoral.
Got it. So you find yourselves in what appears to be a rather large sitting room, maybe about 20 by 30. Some tables, a large statue, some nice plants, fireplace over here, and another doorway. The door is closed. You don't know if it's locked yet.
Let me see if that one's locked.
What's that?
Let me see if that other door is locked.
It is unlocked.
Okay,
Yeah.
Go in. I'm going to open and look first before I go in.
is this the boudoir?
Ooh, this room looks good.
Yeah, it is a bedroom. There's a rug, some chests over here, I think of shelves, and a big double bed, and a little mirrored vanity over there, some night tables, and another door off to your left, which seems to open into a bathroom.
All right, I run and do a backflip onto the bed.
Wizard pushes past Finric.
Out of my way! Look at this bed.
I feel like you would stand on the edge and then do a backflip onto the bed and land on your back.
I know what I'm doing. I know when I'm aerodynamic and not.
All right, let's see
What
an
looks expensive and will fit in the bag of holding.
let's see an
I do a quick
acrobatics.
scan.
Let's see an acrobatics check first for this flip onto the bed.
Oh, that was me? I thought I was successful. Uh-oh.
I think your acrobatics is 0.
It is 0. Why is everything 0 and everything you have is like 9? 3.
I'm jack of all trades.
3 total.
Yeah.
So you push past Finric, and you like jump onto this chest, meaning to do your backflip, but your foot sort of slips on the curved edge of the chest, and you sort of just end up doing a belly flop onto
Basically.
the bed. But it is a big soft bed, so you're fine.
I meant to do that.
And you
Look at
roll.
me, I'm Lady Norfolk, Virginia. Is this her room? Do we think this is her room?
Why don't you look into one of her drawers and find out?
I don't want to look at her drawers.
I'll look in the drawers.
No problem rifling through Falrith's underwear, but you have a problem rifling through Lady Norfil's.
That's the guy's stuff. I've seen plenty of that in the wizard locker room.
I'll look through the drawers.
All right, Paelias, are you looking through the vanities drawers or the chest of drawers?
Chest of drawers.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Wait, I can do it on the. Yeah, let's just do it. Okay, investigating now. I got a B. Oh,
B.
oh
That's a
wow,
20.
nat 20.
Oh!
Oh, nat
Uh-oh.
20.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, no, you're like step aside, and you sort of give it the old high elf once over, and you quickly determine that this is a chest of drawers being used by 2 people. A lot of fancy dresses, petticoats, satiny gowns, capes, and things like that.
Ooh.
And so 2 of the drawers, and 2 of the others are more plain, but very nicely made. Some showing some wear, dresses and things like that.
I'll put on one of the capes.
All right, it is a blue satin cape.
Good cape. Nice. I like it.
Looks nice.
Thanks, man.
Does it bring out the color of your eyes?
It does.
What color are your eyes, Flash?
Blue satin.
Oh wow, they really does
Well,
that. What a
I'd
coincidence.
say it brings it out.
That works pretty well.
Downstairs, Lady Norfell enters the kitchen with Heather behind, and says to, we've got things a little bit under control. I hope you folks were able to find some food.
Oh yes, we just looked in the ice box, and we found some things that we snacked on. I hope that's okay.
Where? Of course. Where are the others?
They actually went to look for the loo because all of that action kind of stirred things up, and I think they needed to use the privy. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Well, there's the one on the staircase on the right. They probably found it. Yeah, that was.
I don't hear any of this, right?
What's that?
I don't hear any of this, right? Okay.
That was quite exciting. Wouldn't you say, Agnes?
Oh, definitely exciting. I do hope that nobody is really upset by what happened. I know that Shogren Kovac was a little harsh, but understandably so. She was pretty injured at the end of that battle.
Yes, but she's always got a little bit of a stick up her butt, if you know what I mean. But I think she'll come around, and certainly, I think all the others were suitably impressed with the night's festivities. Things did get a little more exciting than maybe I'd planned, but yes, I think it all went well. Wouldn't you say, Heather?
Wait, what do you mean more exciting than you planned?
Well, I thought it would just be your show, but were those monks part of your show?
No, those monks, I believe, were part of the issue that I had told you about previously.
Yes, no, you did mention that. That's true. Heather again.
And I had said that maybe one of your guests would try to sabotage, and that you should have protections at hand.
I mean, what more protections than inviting the 2, 2 of the most powerful wizards, and then of course Heather here. I mean, and then you
Yes,
folks.
well, you did
the
see
heroes of Windbell. I mean,
but Moondrop seemed to actually be on the monk side.
Shogren Moondrop?
Well, didn't she steal away with one of the monks?
To be perfectly honest, I was sort of, looking everywhere. If that's true, that is very odd.
In fact, I don't remember her doing anything to help us.
That's very odd. Heather sort of looks at you, Agnes, and she sort of nods.
So I am curious as to where her allegiances actually lie, with the magic folk or with the monks. Maybe there's something going on between her and Darvan, and that just happens to be... Well, actually, I probably wouldn't know that was Darvan, right?
You probably wouldn't have recognized him because you never saw him.
Right, okay. Well, right, but I didn't know if anyone had shouted his name or...
Don't think there was any name shouting.
Okay.
You guys
so
might
then I
have
would say,
talked
well,
about it
maybe...
afterwards.
Maybe she has an intimate relationship with that particular monk, and so she couldn't bring herself to harm the person she loves.
Do you really think that's the case? If so, that's delightful intrigue that was brought to light by my party.
I mean, I don't think that's what it is, but it is possible, so I don't want to pass too much judgment. I still am a bit judgy, though.
It would be interesting if word of that were to get out, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it, Heather? Heather sort of rolls her eyes. Finistel pipes up. So, wait a minute. You're saying that one of the high-level wizards... You're right, they, now that I think about it, they're the people who dispelled the polymorph on that sloth monk.
And that sloth was so adorable.
Well, it was also incapable of hurting us, unlike the monk that it transformed back into.
Yes, that trip seemed very... I mean, I'm an actress, and I know acting when I see it.
Indeed.
And that seemed very, very fake. There was a lot of not natural tripping in there. So
This
it was not organic in any way.
A lot to think about. We'll flash forward, or flash back rather, to the upstairs. Twizzard,
Can I sending stone Finistel?
Yeah, you can sending stone Finistel.
Okay, Archie. Okay.
Hey, Finn.
Okay.
Finric?
Hey, what size dress are you?
Are you in the bathroom?
Yeah, can you tell by the acoustics?
Why do you ask?
Why are you asking about my dress size, Finric?
It's curiosity. Professional.
Please finish up what you're doing and get back here.
Why? Is
Lady Norfell and Heather are here. We're talking to them, but they may suspect that the three of you going to one bathroom is not the most normal of circumstances.
okay. So I'm gonna go.
A size, I have no idea, 10.
That's reasonable for
All right.
for a woman.
Nailed it.
Aren't supermodels like 2?
Well, it depends on if you're talking about old school dress sizes, like from like the 1930s and 40s and stuff like that. 10 is actually quite small.
I have no idea.
I would be a size 12 to 14.
Well, I believe we're in the year 2700, so I think they would be very.
Yes,
You know.
how does that affect the current sizing of...
My goodness.
Oh my
I don't know. And are we talking European? Are we talking US? I mean, we're probably talking Centralia, so 10
Yeah.
is probably just right.
Yeah, no, I think, I mean, she would know after all, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as this is,
I'm looking at her, and I would probably say she's about a 10. Yeah, she's not lying.
All right, yeah, inside check.
um,
All right.
so I'm gonna go to that door back on the right, and I'm gonna jump down into the ballroom.
All right.
Oh.
Easy,
And I'm gonna sending stone Paelias and what should we call it, Twizzard?
I mean, they probably
Also
say
known
leave.
as a Twizzle, or no, what's
Mr.
it known?
Twizzler
Mr. Twizzler
or Tizzard.
or Tizzard.
Guys, we gotta get back to the kitchen and act natural.
Okay. I grab Paelias and I drag him out of the room with his cloak, and we close the door.
All
Am I
right.
wearing the cloak still?
You're carrying. Are you carrying the cape, or are you wearing it?
Let's put it under my tunic.
All right. You quickly stuff it under your tunic as Twizzard drags you back down the stairs. Finric, there is a door that Agnes and Twizzard used before that you probably would have noticed that leads directly from the kitchen into the sort of the back of the ballroom area. So you pop out basically behind Lady Norfell and Heather.
Sweet.
Oh, Finric, there you are. I hope everything
Worked out?
came out okay. Classic.
Thanks for your curiosity.
Where are the others?
Thank you for your curiosity. I wasn't going at the same time as them, so I'm sure they'll be right behind me.
So they must be out in the main hall there or something. You guys come down the stairs. You're in the main hall.
Oh, I feel so much better.
All right.
Oh yeah. What's everybody doing?
Oh, Agnes was just describing a wonderful hypothesis that Sjogren Moondrop was secretly in love with the head of the monks, and she whisked him away to save his life, and no one must find out about this.
Yeah, something was up with her. She ruined my sloth.
Indeed.
Wait,
Unforgivable.
Is that one of the unforgivable curses?
It is now.
To ruin your sloth.
It's my list.
Makes the list.
So,
Well, I mean, I certainly, after all of that hubbub and that performance that I gave, I am quite tired, and I could probably use with a good night's rest.
sounds good to me.
yeah, which room should we grab?
Didn't you folks have lodging at the Duchess?
Oh, it's pretty far though. I suppose we do.
It is dark out.
She
Yeah.
just looks at you.
Well, I have no problem with heading back to the Duchess.
We can fit in Heather's room.
Heather glares at you.
Fine. Oh god. Getting the evil eye.
She's slightly out of focus.
I know.
That's alright, we can tell.
There
Oh, there you go. That's
Oh,
much
man,
better.
look at
She
that.
does. Nice scowl.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
what I imagined.
That's detailed.
Resting Heather face.
Oh no. Poor Heather.
Is that a RHF?
Yeah.
Wait for it.
Oh, she got a two-face?
She is a two-faced.
Oh, okay.
That's when you prove her wrong and she's like, oh, sorry. I guess you aren't terrible. Well, did you know?
Well,
she
I
doesn't-
think that I will probably try to return at some point to have a chat with Heather specifically. I'm still trying to figure out what's up with Heather.
All right.
You just gotta
But I am
fix
going
that.
to
I'll
head
pick up
to
her
the
butt.
Duchess.
Do we have a cab outside?
Yeah, Lady Norville and Heather sort of like surreptitiously hurting you toward the door. And she does say, though, she says, oh, please stop by tomorrow and I'll get your payment for the show.
I didn't get a goodie bag.
Yes, sounds good. Thank you.
Heather gives you a cupcake, Twizzard.
Hey! Look at that, I got something.
Dumb.
I'm eating that.
They're like, get out of here.
You folks find yourselves in the dark on the streets of the fancy neighborhood. What would you like to do?
Oh boy. It's
Well-
dark.
I think I'm heading directly to the Duchess, taking the most, I guess.
You want to see if there's an after party somewhere?
No, I mean, you said it's still pretty early. It's like only like 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock, something
yeah, I think
like
it's
that.
probably 8:30 by now. Yep.
Okay, so there's probably still some people on the streets. Is it a nice evening? Is this something where
It is a nice
there
evening.
would be people out? Okay,
It's a little on the cool side, but there's definitely people out and about.
all right. I just wanted to make sure that there would be other people around and not like having to traverse to the Duchess under the darkness of night. Like if I had to put on a spell so that I could get to the Duchess safely.
No, there's people out and about. Twizzard, could you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Of course. Of course I can. That's kind of not on the sheet. What is going on here?
I don't know why you just don't use the dice that are here if you don't like those dice.
I have like 8 of these. Okay. 8.
You talking physical? Okay, thanks. You talking
Yeah.
physical dice or digital dice?
He has like 5 sets of physical dice, and every time he rolls a d20, he hates the number that it gives him.
Because they're always like below 7. That dice broken.
So I'm telling him to use the digital dice.
All right, fair enough.
I'll try that next time.
All right, so Agnes is heading for the Duchess. You guys following?
Duchess.
Yeah.
All right. Back into the Duchess. You guys straight to bed? You doing anything downstairs? What are you doing?
Is Joaquin anywhere around?
You actually see Joaquin behind the bar.
Oh.
All right, so I'm going to go over to Joaquin. I'm going to ask if I can have a private chat with him in about 15 minutes or so.
A private chat? Certainly. Why not?
Okay, then
That's
I'm
not
gonna
my
go
accent.
upstairs. I'm gonna spend 11 minutes casting my Lehman's tiny hut,
Okay.
and then I'll go back down to have my private chat.
All right, Finn.
Can we go in your hut?
The people who can go into my hut would be the.
I just meant, is your hut available for us to go in?
It should be, yeah.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Except for Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones is not allowed in. You know that Mr. Bones is not allowed in.
That's fine. No one named Mr. Bones will try to get in.
She does specifically have to give people permission.
Son of a.
Gosh, what was Joaquin's accent? Strazio. Joaquin Strazio, that was it. Maybe like, I don't know. Anyway.
Don't worry. I know who I'm talking to.
You know who you're talking to. So you're gonna go have a private word?
Yeah.
He brings you into the back in sort of his office area, well appointed, and sort of sits down opposite you at a desk. What can I help you with? That was quite the performance you folks put on.
Oh, why, thank you. But it was the after the performance that I wanted to ask you about. You seem to know quite a bit about what happens in this town. You have a very popular establishment. I'm sure
Indeed, I
people
do.
come here and they talk, and I'm sure you overhear things. What do you think happened? Why would our party have been attacked by those monks?
If I had to guess, someone doesn't like you, or this was retribution for a recent killing that I've heard of. A monk's
the body.
You've heard of it.
Yes, the guards happened to let it slip when I was, talking with one of them.
Ah.
But the retribution, I guess it would be against who?
It's a fair point. They would have to know. Now, I will say that Lady Leowyn does not make a secret, really, of her guest list. It's basically in her best interests to make it known that the nobles and the sort of notoriety, notable personages of Wesleyville will be in attendance. So it's probably no secret that the Shogrins of each of the houses would have been there. Although it does strike me as a bit odd the monks would have stricken to attack. Although, then again, maybe they would have thought that since the Shogrins were there to enjoy a nice dinner and a show, perhaps they would not have been prepared. As I'm led to believe, other arcane users need to prepare things each day, so perhaps they might not have been as ready as they would have been normally. But those monks did spend an awful lot of time fighting you and your group. So again, it's hard for me. If I had to hazard a guess, they were probably there for you, and the Shogrins were a nice bonus that they could take advantage of.
Now, I don't know if you noticed this. You seem to be someone who would be very observant. That one of the Shogrins actually seemed to be quite chummy with one of the monks.
Agnes, to be perfectly frank, I was flying, something I have never done before. I was also in a magical darkness, and then had quite the startling fall, which I believe might have been saved thanks to you. So I do think I owe you one. But no, unfortunately, I did not notice any particulars of the battle, to be honest.
Well, if you happen to hear any hubbub about a possible relationship between Shogrin Moondrop and possibly a monk, I would certainly enjoy hearing about it as well. I think that I could make a wonderful poem
Indeed, you
or
could.
song about it. You know, it's like opposites attract,
Indeed.
star-crossed
And,
lovers.
I certainly owe you as much, so I will definitely keep my ear open.
Well, I thank you. All right. Well, I am heading up to bed. As you can imagine, I am quite tired.
Yes. Get some rest.
And if you happen to need any performers for the remainder of the week, I believe that I will be in town for a little bit longer.
Agnes, any day you'd like to play, we will have you.
Wonderful. All right. Good night.
All right. Finn is, I think, already asleep when you come back.
She nodded off fast.
She did.
What was that conversation? Like maybe 20 minutes?
Oh, probably not even that long. Paelias, Finric, Twizzard, are you folks in your own room? Are you sleeping in the hut? What's going on?
I'm gonna go in the room, regular room.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna conjure my own tiny hut on the floor,
Oh.
All right.
and anyone can go in it, providing they can fit in it.
Is it literally your 3 foot by 3 foot conjure thing?
That's the biggest I can conjure something.
Does it have a little curl of smoke coming out of
It's awesome.
chimney?
Looks way cooler than anyone else's tiny hut.
So
Oh,
while
your
that's
stuffy
happening,
can
I'm gonna
sit
go
in
to
there.
bed on the bed.
What was that?
While that's happening, I'm gonna go to bed on the bed.
That's probably a good idea. But there is a hut if you decide you want to go there.
He might be able to get small enough to fit in there.
All right. I also choose to find a spot on a bed and leave the hut for others.
All right. Paelias, I think that leaves you the couch.
I got the couch.
You got the
Or the
couch.
hut.
Beds.
All right.
Yeah, you could scrunch into the hut if you want.
Couch is fine.
Is the hut on the ground?
The hut's on the ground, yeah.
There's probably a thick rug. You stick,
It's probably
stick
right
your
in
head.
front of the door.
You just stick your head in the hut. It's like it's just over your head.
I'll give Anna a call and I'll update her on the happenstances of what happened last night.
All right,
This
yeah.
night.
Go ahead and connect to Anne. Oh, Paelias, is that you?
Hi, Ann. Did I wake you?
You did not. It was quite the ridiculous day today.
Oh, was it?
Yes, I had to join the the town guard in fighting off, you'd never believe it, a treant.
Wait, you had to join the city guard to do what?
Fight off a treant. It's
What's a treant?
Like a large sentient tree,
Oh, wow.
like 20 foot tall. It ripped a
Not your
hole.
dryad. Not your dryad.
Not the love of my life.
It ripped a hole in Gregson's house. We don't know
Oh my
where
goodness.
it came from.
Uh-oh.
It sort of it was crazy.
Oh man.
He ran out sounding the alarm. The city guard responded. We came. We got it into the backyard. It tore through the orchard. It then ripped a hole through the iron fence. And the last we saw, it was heading into the Mistral Hills.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was.
Well, is everyone
crazy.
okay?
No one was hurt. The house is in need of repairs, though.
Poor Grayson.
Crazy.
Can't catch a break, can he?
Yeah, that's a rough one. I wonder how many treants would have gotten there.
It's very strange. I suspect that Falrith may have been at fault, although we haven't seen any hide nor hair of him. Skye, in the aftermath, she was telling me that she continues to scry on him, but to no avail. I
we
just don't know
did
what
get
to
some
think.
news on that. We think that Falrith is in the southwestern of us, down in the tip of Centralia.
Oh, all right. Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't seem to indicate that he would have sent a treant, although revenge on Gregson does match his MO, I suppose.
MO.
Yeah, that'll be a mystery. Well, we had quite a day too.
Dan wasn't there to protect the town.
Yeah, I'm glad you were there. Who else was there to help you fight off this treant?
Lily actually did quite a great job. Joining
good.
in.
She's been trained well.
Yes, by the
So
best.
we went. We had quite the day too. We fought off some monks.
Really? Friends
yeah,
of Finric's or otherwise, I suppose.
Yeah. Otherwise, I think from a different order. But they were coming in. They were mad because their friend got killed, and so we might have to deal with that before we head out of here.
All right. Well, you're all right though.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I got myself a staff, and I used it and made a big snake, and it was pretty cool.
That sounds very exciting, Paelias.
Yeah, and I'm getting better at communing. I'm getting some rhymes versus just woes or wails.
Oh, that's wonderful. Your relationship with your goddess is becoming more concrete. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, thanks. Well, you helped a lot.
Well, should we? Are you alone?
Oh!
Uh-oh. Can Finric and I hear this while we're in the room?
Well, there's sending stone,
No,
right?
there's-
Turn the fan on.
there's settings
Turn
on.
some music on.
Well, I am on the couch in with the rest of the Ateum, but why do you ask?
Oh no, nothing. Never mind.
Well, maybe another night then.
Perhaps yes.
All right.
I would like that.
All right. Well, it's good talking to you. I'm looking forward to coming back eventually.
I look forward to seeing you.
Oh, DM is so happy he didn't have to go down that road.
We would have
he
just
opened
faded
the
to
door.
black or something. It's fine. All right. I think that you all have the benefits of a good long rest, unless anyone any other shenanigans.
No, long rest is good for me.
Yeah.
All right.
But I don't think I casted all that many. Oh yeah. I get my polymorph back. That's good.
I'm a key.
I'm gonna make it my new dwarf resolution to polymorph one person every day.
Why not?
Okay. Waking up in the morning, doing my daily morning stuff.
All right.
I think that I would like to go back to Magic Town to talk with Shogren Diane Kovath of House Evath in the red robes. I'm gonna get this.
Should we wear the red robes?
I don't need to wear any robes. I'm just going as myself.
Not wearing anything?
Straight nude.
You wear something though, probably.
I can conjure you a barrel.
No, but I think before I leave, I might put up another Lehman's tiny hut in the room just to keep people I don't want out of the room.
You should have saw the hut in our room. It was awesome. Anyone was allowed in it.
Anyone who could fit.
How do you know that?
Did anyone go in there?
Maybe. I don't know. I was asleep on the bed.
It only lasts for an hour. Or does it last until you conjure something else? I think
until
I think it's an hour.
a while since I looked this up.
I think it's an hour.
Yeah, that's right. An hour.
Or
Or
if
I
you
conjure
use the
something
feature
else.
again.
That's
All right,
fine.
so you guys are maybe discussing this over breakfast, shall we say?
Yes.
All right.
So
Who's going
I'm
where?
gonna tell the Ateum my plan, that since I had helped out Shogren Kovath with the feather fall, which who knows if she would have survived if I didn't cast that. I'm gonna ask, or I'm also gonna bring up the whole thing about Moondrop not really helping out the Alliance, essentially, and see if we can use that to maybe collect the artifact from House Rudlin. What do you think?
Let's do it. What can I do?
I don't know. I think that we just need to get to see Shogren Kovath first, and then maybe feel it out as we discuss what happened the previous night and how Moondrop does not seem to be worthy of protecting such an artifact or something like that. We need more information. I could probably throw some rolls and see if I can finagle my way into convincing her. But I don't know. I just didn't know if it was something you guys wanted to possibly consider.
Well, what? So,
Then she would know that we're after the artifact. That we even know about the artifact.
yeah.
We could have gotten from the students walking around. I mean, I got information about the beasts that they use for training purposes. So,
Twizzard?
But yeah, me too. I am all in for this plan.
All right. Shall we have breakfast?
Yeah.
Yum.
it looks like you've already got something there, Paelias.
Oh yeah, I've got a feast.
It's like eating out of a
Thanks.
bucket.
He's not sharing.
Yeah,
It's meal.
someone's upset that you're not sharing.
It's meal in a bucket.
No. You had your feast.
All right, so you guys enjoy a nice breakfast at the Duchess, and then head over to Magic Town. All right,
Let's do it.
easy enough. You know the way there.
Two.
You see the two towers rising above the sort of main street. And which one would you like to approach?
Evath,
All right.
which I believe is the one with the billowy curtains
That's
at the doorway.
That's exactly it. Yep. And are you
So-
are you all wearing your normal clothes? How are you dressed?
I'm wearing my normal clothes.
Full armor.
Full armor.
Oh.
All right. Good to know.
I might have my my traveling cloak on
Okay.
with my tartan on the inside.
All right. All right. Windbell colors. Yeah. What's so you just sort of walk up to the billowing cloak, or the billowing cloak, the billowing curtain.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. As you pass through the curtain, you feel resistance. The lead. Are you carrying the lead box still?
That's why I wanted to make the tiny hut. I think that I probably wanted to keep my items, but I'm not sure. I don't want to not have it on my person. But if I say that no one can go in the tiny hut, does that mean no one can go into the tiny hut?
I mean, unless it gets dispelled, I believe that's the case. I mean,
Yeah, no, I think I would have it on my person. I think I always have it on my person. But yes, it's wrapped up
okay.
underneath my clothes in the box, kind of inside of like a sash around my bodice.
Okay. You sort of feel it resisting as you try to push your way through, and the more you try to push your way through the cloth, the more the cloth stiffens until it's like a hard stone wall in front of you, and you're just like, you're basically stopped. It's pressing against the magical items that you have on your person.
All right. So am I stuck, or can I just
No, you can just back up.
like retreat?
You can just back
All right,
up.
I'll just back up then.
As you do that, a shorter. Here, let's put you guys down here. Finistel probably would not have gone with you. I think she would have said she's gonna go do some errands in her mysterious way.
Hadn't she said she was gonna like leave?
I think she said that if you guys went down to your boat,
Fair enough.
she wasn't gonna do that. Yeah. And you see this sort of shorter gnome wizard comes out, and she's like, yes, would you like to visit the school?
Yes, I certainly would like to see the school, and I'd also like to speak with Shogren Kovath if that's possible. We happened to have met last night, and I would like to speak with her about the occurrences.
Who should I say is calling?
Tell her the bard Agnes of Skye is calling on her.
All right. I notice many of you have magical items. You have a undead skeleton with you. You're going to need to stay on the first floor. Is that understood?
Oh, of course, that's fine. That's fine. We could meet her wherever she feels most comfortable.
All right. Welcome. So you guys enter in, and this time the curtain presents no resistance. And you're in sort of basically what looks like a cafeteria-like room.
We did it.
All right.
Wow. Yeah, the scale is all messed up. I don't know why that is. Whatever. There you go. You're in there. And she disappears up the staircase in the center.
And now to split up.
Shall we go up the stairs?
I think the only thing we could do is just look at the first floor.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few students around, sitting there, eating some food, having a breakfast. There's another sort of little cubby sort of study hole over here, but it looks like a pretty open environment. Some of the students sort of look over at you with some curiosity.
I'd like to kind of walk around, maybe, in and out of the little cubbies just to see what I can see. If there's any kind of paintings or wall hangings, maybe a student left a book or notes on the table, just
Search for stuff.
just looking around.
Sure. Roll a perception check.
20. Not natural, just 20.
All right. Yeah, no, there's I would say maybe like half a dozen students sort of sitting, a lot of them poring over scrolls, some of them sort of quizzing each other. You see one over in a corner sort of making a sort of image of a cat and a dog like barking and meowing at each other every once in a while. As far as wall hangings go, there's not too much. It's not that it's like cold and stark. It's actually, the floor and the walls are a rather warm color in there. It's actually a very comfy atmosphere. There's some fireplaces. There's just not a lot of decoration, right? The tables and chairs seem worn, but well cared for. A student comes out with a sort of a platter of what seem to be like baked apples, and sort of like handing them around, offers one to you. Would you like a baked apple?
Yes.
Sure.
Yep. Anyone who wants a baked apple can have one. She sort
Oh,
of
I
looks
thank you.
around, disappears back into the kitchen, what you can only assume is the kitchen room.
Is there like a front desk or a receptionist or something?
No, surprisingly no. The woman who greeted you outside comes back down and says that Shogun Kovath will be able to see you in about 15 minutes. If you'd like to wait in here, and she sort of indicates one of the cubbies. You can sit down there if you want. Will you?
Would that lady? I'm going to ask her if she could tell us maybe some history about the school.
Of course.
Some interesting facts for these out-of-towners, essentially.
Oh yes, interesting facts coming right up.
Also, is there a lost and found box? Because last time I was here, I may have left something.
A lost and found? What was it that you left?
Some magical items. I'm just wondering if anyone found them.
Ah. Well, I'm afraid you'd have to be a little more specific than that.
Well, someone had just given them to me, and then everyone went screaming because there was a body found outside. So I was like, ah! And then I ran outside, and I kind of lost it. And so I don't actually know quite what it looks like. It was kind of...
It was a trinket
Yeah,
sized.
you can kind of hold it in your hand. It was magical. I lost it. Here.
Give me a deception check.
Wow. It's like taking candy from a baby. I actually rolled well. 18. Shut up, you dick.
Oh my gosh. Hold on one second. She sort of looks at you a bit shrewdly. You're not exactly able to get a read on her. She says, "So you were in here when the body was found?"
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I'm sure if it turns up, we can let you know. Where
Oh,
did you
good.
say you were staying?
The Black Bowl.
What is your name?
Heather.
Give me a deception check.
Oh.
+3.
Is that what I have?
Yeah.
Yes. 10.
Well, Heather, I will be sure to send word to the Black Bull if we find
Excellent.
your magical trinket.
Very good. Thank you.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
See what you do. He goes up the stairs.
Worst con artist ever.
And they're supposed to have like a box I could just root through.
Oh man.
It's like dumpster diving.
Hoping.
Why don't you just go to their dumpster?
It's true. Is there a dumpster?
That's a good point.
They just dump everything in a pocket dimension.
Yeah.
A second later, or a couple minutes later, actually, Shogun Kovath comes down, sort of like takes you all in, spends an extra beat on Twizzard, then motions to Agnes to join her in this cubby over here. The rest of you are sort of left standing in the dining room again. Agnes, what do I owe this visit after our festivities last night?
I'm actually here to ask you somewhat of a favor, if you will. Kind of maybe as repayment for casting Featherfall on you so that you were not plummeting to the ground and injuring yourself beyond repair. So I don't know if you noticed, I know that you were quite busy with your own battles last night, how Shogren Moondrop behaved.
As a Shogun of House Rudlin.
Is that how House Rudlin is all the time?
House Rudlin is a stain upon the name of wizards everywhere.
So I take it that you do not hold them in high regard.
I do not. Nor do I think you should. What?
Well, after seeing the way that Shogren Moondrop behaved last night, she did nothing to help you and her fellow table mates. Instead, it appeared as though she was maybe even helping those that came to attack us.
Indeed. I thought as much as well.
Do you happen to know if... is Moondrop a she?
Yeah.
Okay. If she might be in a relationship with one of those monks? Why?
Oh. I suppose anything is possible. I severely doubt it.
I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt for behaving the way that she did. I figured maybe if she was in love with one of them, she wanted to make sure that she wasn't harming them at the same time, not necessarily harming us at the same, But hearing that she would not, or most likely would not have relationship with these monks, it does set off a red flag in my mind that something is amiss here.
If I had to hazard a guess, I would say the only relationship she had with those monks was monetary. It may have something to do... And she sort of looks out the covey toward Twizzard and Paelias. Perhaps they were there for you.
Well, that is definitely interesting. I mean, we are just visitors to the town.
Yes, but you are no ordinary visitors, are you?
Oh, well, we are the Ateum.
Dun, 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 dun.
If you say so. That is not to which I'm referring, though.
Well, what are you referring to?
I am referring to the immensely powerful arcane objects that you carry. Or at least that two of your party members are carrying.
Well, I would not know about that. I am just a bard. I don't necessarily have the same powers that you have.
She sort of stares straight at your bodice and then looks back up at you. Indeed.
Well, I mean, I am definitely fond of magical trinkets, and I show her my missing finger.
She sort of takes pause at that and thinks, that reminds me of something I saw in Toulouse once. Regardless, what is it that you propose we do about the discretions of House Rudlin?
Well, I was thinking, is there something that Rudlin holds very near and dear to their hearts that maybe we could show them that they are not worthy of that possession, that stature, something of that nature?
What you must understand, Agnes, is the balance that has been struck here in Wesleyville is one that goes back hundreds of years. if I were to set any events into motion that would upset that balance, and if those actions were to find their way back to me or really to anyone here, it could have consequences that I am not willing to risk.
Understandable.
There are many precious, powerful artifacts that belong to both houses that are guarded well. More than that, I fear I cannot say.
Okay. All right. Well, if we happen to be just walking along the street and some, let's say, random kind of good Samaritan type person just happens to slip some information, I'm always a very good listener.
Noted.
All right. Well, I do hope that you have recovered from last night. I know that I needed a full night's rest.
Yes, thank you for your concern. Thank you for your aid last night.
Well, I hope that I can be of some aid maybe in the future. We are the Ateum, and we do like to help more than hurt when it comes to, our deeds.
That is a sentiment shared by House Evath.
Very nice. If one of our members was interested in joining House Evath, is there an application process?
If they are truly interested, then I could get you in touch with Corva, and she could begin the process. Yes. Is that something you'd like to pursue today?
No, not today. We're really just passing through Wesleyville. We're heading further north. But if in the future we do return for further studies, I do want to make sure that we have the option. Did you ever have a wizard here by the name of Falrith?
You don't need a perception check to see her countenance immediately change to one of disdain. Yes, he was a student here for a brief period of time. Regrettably so.
Well, we have dealt with Falrith before, and we almost had the better of him until he vanished into another dimension. But he is back. And any word of advice?
It sounds like you already know not to trust him. It doesn't sound like you... I guess I would only say do not underestimate him.
All right. Okay, well, thank you. Maybe we will visit again or see you, wandering around Magic Town. But it was very nice to meet you.
Likewise. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, so you the cover, you come out, you see Twizzard stealing a baked apple off someone else's tray. And,
They're free.
Mr. Twizzard, haven't you had enough?
they're free.
All right, well, I'm going to suggest that we head outside just in case there's, people who will overhear any of our conversations.
All right. You head outside into the bustling main street of Magic Town, otherwise known as...
Magic Town.
And I will use my sending stone to speak with the Ateum regarding what I had discussed with Diane.
So we're gonna be standing there staring at each other?
No, we can walk towards the fountain or something in
Complete silence?
well, just
It's
taking in the air. That's all.
It's taking in the air.
Can we walk in a circle like we are now?
Yes. Slowly rotate.
Side step.
Like teacups.
like circling as you go.
But, with style, It's,
Like we mean it.
Well, did anyone need to pick up any items while we were in Magic Town? I mean, did Paelias want to sell his staff anymore, or was he going to keep that?
Oh, I feel like it came in handy that time.
Mr. Twizzard, do you need anything?
What? I was thinking about spells. I did want to ask about purchasing spells. Where can we buy that from Wimblecat? Does he sell spells?
He definitely sells spells.
down by
All
the
right.
Could we stop at Wimblecat's real quick?
Oh, I can't wait to deal with Wimblecat. He's one of my favorites.
All right, you guys head over to Wimblecat's House of Wonders,
I just want to scratch him behind his ear.
and you open the door, and he sort of does a backflip off of a second balcony and lands in front of you, and he's like, welcome to Wimblecat's House of Wonders. How can I help you? Oh, it's you! Wonderful show last night. I'm afraid I didn't get to see much after I was stunned by those monks. What was going on with that?
Monks.
If it wasn't for Ligor getting me out of there, I don't know. I would have had to fight for my life. That was quite startling.
Well, Mr. Wimblecat, I can only assume that you're quite powerful.
Well, I know my way around a spell or two for sure, but I would not say I was prepared for a battle that night. I was prepared for merriment and amazement, which you dispensed in good measure earlier in the night, as well as a wonderful meal by Lady Norfel Lewin. But no, I was perhaps not prepared or ready for a battle. That was quite startling, although I cannot say too surprising given the current situation.
Well, before you were whisked away,
Indeed.
did you happen to notice anything with that magical eye of yours?
Oh, you don't miss a beat now, do you, Agnes? What exactly are you referring to? I notice everything with my eye.
Particularly about Shogren Moondrop.
Now, there is a reason that I am my house unto myself, Agnes, and that is I do not like to associate with either. Although if I had to choose, Evath would be my preference, Rudlin not at all. So it does not surprise me that Shogren Moondrop got up to some mischief after I was whisked away.
Well, I seem to agree with you that Evath is definitely the more respectable of the two houses. A little bit more decorum with their behavior, at least last night. So I believe that Mr. Twizzard here is looking for some spells, maybe?
Oh, yes. I wanted to ask about spell prices.
Mr. Twizzard, we have all sorts of... Now, are you thinking of one-time use scrolls, or something that you could add to your spell book?
Something I could add to my spell book. If it's one-time use, I will never use it.
Always
Well,
waiting for the right opportunity.
I've learned that from many years of experience.
I do sell both types of scrolls. If some of the less arcane of you wanted to cast the occasional spell, there are spell scrolls for sale here. But if you are looking to add something to your spell book, Mr. Twizzard, we could dig a little into that. What are you thinking?
Well, I guess it depends on how much these are. I really don't have a ballpark figure. I was looking at, let's see, Nystel's Magic Aura. Does that sound like a spell you have?
Let me consult my records.
Oh,
Say it again.
it's useful for the, it's a second level, Nystel's, Nystul, Magic Aura.
Nystul?
Yeah.
Basically, it changes the aurora of magical items.
Oh,
Oh.
interesting.
Yeah, so I was wondering if that'd be useful. I wasn't looking at this before when we were looking at ways to hide our amulets, but this.
Oh,
And it's a 24-hour duration, so
interesting. Interesting. Wow, that's amazing. That is very relevant.
Wish I'd thought of it sooner.
Are there anything I can go check my records? Is there anything else you're interested in that I should look for while I'm back there?
Yes. Also a second level web for webbing people up. Because I've been around spiders too much. I think I picked up a trick or two.
All right.
And I was curious about dragon breath as well.
Oh my.
Yes.
My.
So those three I was curious about.
it's better than Dorito breath.
Yeah. Though nothing beats Dorito fingers.
The worst is Dorito coffee breath. Not a good combo.
I don't know if you're supposed to mix those.
I will go see what I have, Mr. Twizzard.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I should have said when Wimblecat said, "You don't miss a beat." I am a bard.
Classic.
That's a squeaky door that Wimblecat has.
Yeah, he needs to cast grease on it sometime.
Oh, I can do that for him.
All right, so those are 3 level 2 spells, if I don't miss my.
That is correct.
And all of them do not have items that, or they don't have components that cost.
I never look at that.
Yeah, it was like a square of silk and something
Yeah.
else.
I
So
didn't-
it's essentially
Hot
you
never
can
look
use
at
your
those.
focus.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. They're not gold cost. Hold on 1 second.
That's good. I lost it. That's a lot, right?
Hot pepper.
Makes sense. Okay.
Wimblecat comes back and he has all 3 of those spells.
Oh.
He sort of like manifests them between his fingers. Mr. Twizzard, you, sir, are in luck. I would be willing
Rare.
to part with these for the mere pittance of 150 gold each.
Ooh. Ooh. I will take all 3.
Indeed you will, sir.
Yes.
Done and
Yes.
done.
Yes.
All right.
What is that? 3, 4,
450.
450.
yeah.
450.
Holy bananas.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
Not now. Oh, it hurt.
You're still over 1,000
Oh,
gold.
it hurt.
Well, certainly spending it on spells is definitely the right thing to do.
Where's the make me more money spell?
I wish that one existed, Mr. Twizzard.
This is quite wonderful, thank you. Now, I believe I need to go home and read these and write these in my spell book, right?
You do, in fact. There is a process that you're supposed to follow. I think it's like some amount of hours per level, something. Let's see here. Wizard spellbook.
Someone's getting webbed.
Spell can only be learned from written sources. When you find a wizard spell, first level or higher, you can add it to your spell book. At the spell level, you can prepare it if you can spare the time to decipher and copy it. Will you be needing some high-quality parchment for your spell book, wizard?
I suppose so. I guess I need 3 of them.
For each level of the spell, the process takes 2 hours and costs 50 gold.
I need 2 hours for each level, so 4 hours.
So 4
per
hours
spell.
each.
then. Okay.
Well, I would certainly spend the 4 hours on the amulet one, or the aura one first.
Good idea. The what? It costs 50 gold.
Yeah, that includes the material components as well as the fine inks you need to record it.
Always trying nickel and dime the wizards.
Yeah, so he'll probably charge you another 150 for the inks and parchment.
Holy Jiminy Crickets. Okay.
But don't worry, I have a pen you can use.
Oh, Agnes says I can borrow that money.
There you
No,
go.
no.
You got,
I said you could borrow the pen.
Oh.
that'll save you 5 gold. No, I don't know.
There's probably some stationery back at the Duchess, right?
But is it good parchment? Probably not.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
no.
probably has like the Duchess written across it with the address.
Gets
It can't be
itself in the
smudgy.
way of all the runes he's trying to mark out. Yeah, no. it'd be
If my
terrible.
spellbook gets wet and it gets all smudgy, then I can't read it.
It's got the watermark,
I turn myself into a rabbit.
the shape of the Duchess with maybe a statue of Joaquin on it.
Yeah, I need the good stuff. All right. Yeah. Whatever I need to get, I'll get. Just let me know.
All right, so another 150 gold.
Ah!
But would the inks only be useful the one time, or like he would use up the inks, essentially?
I think you would use them up. I don't know. I'm going to go with what the book says.
All right. I am now broke.
No,
No one come to
not
me for
even
money.
close. Not even close to broke.
Are there any other magical items you could need while you're here in my House of Wonder?
I like that. I like the pouch that you made for Finric. I'd like to get myself one of those. That's working pretty well for you, right, Finric?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd like to get myself one of those.
Well, you are in luck, sir, because I realized when I sold it to Finric that you may be back. So I have prepared them ahead of time.
That was
Dang.
smart. Good call, dude.
Though
All right,
there
how
is the...
much was it?
He charged you... I want to say he charged you 800. Is that true, Finric?
Sounds about right.
But
No.
didn't you also give him something like a bead of force?
Yeah, I think it was like 300 and
Yeah.
a beat of force.
I think that's exactly right.
And you should have a bead of force too, Paelias.
A bead of force? What is that?
Well, it's a magical item that causes a large explosion.
I have one of those?
If you did, I would be willing to pay handsomely for it.
I think we all have one.
You should each have one because
Nice.
there were 4 of them in the pyramid.
Oh, yeah? What does it do?
Causes a large explosion.
Causes a large explosion.
Oh, we don't want to cause large explosions?
Well, that is up to you, my friend.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know I had it. So here you go. Yeah. Okay. So another 300 plus this.
Exactly.
Perfect. Done.
He hands you a leather pouch, sort of ornately ringed with runes.
Well, thank you, sir.
Should you try it out?
Yeah, let's put it right in there. I'll go ahead and put the amulet in there.
His eyes sort of go big, especially the silver glinty one. And then as it goes in the pouch, he sort of looks a little... And you do, you're not willing to part with whatever trinket you just put in there is that correct?
Oh, no. Yeah, sorry, Wimblecat. That's for my eyes only.
Well, if you ever change your
Now
mind,
in front of him.
you know where I live.
Will do. I'll think of you first, Wimble.
Did you
Yes,
just
that's all I
What's
ask.
wrong with us?
No.
Why are we so red?
Sunburn? Fine, fine.
Does anyone care to have a look around my shop, or are you all good then?
I might have a look-see. I do like trinkets.
Yeah, let's peruse.
All right. Anybody who wants to peruse? I don't know. Give me a D20 or even a D8.
Well, I got a 14.
The D8.
I got 2.
Wait, sorry, a D20 or a D8?
Yeah, that's right.
Wouldn't we do a 20 because we get more?
No, you don't get more. It's depending on the number you get, that's what you find.
I have a couple different tables that I can look in. Some of them require a D8, some of them require a D20.
I got 2.
Sorry.
So I heard a 14, a 2 for Finric.
I got a 3 on my D8.
I got a 5 on my D8.
The 2 of my D20.
I got a 14 on a D8.
All right, so Agnes, a pair of white shoes attracts your attention.
Oh wait, sorry. Do we add something?
He likes
No.
his weird shoes.
No, it's just a look up in this table. Finric, I'm sorry, you said you had a 5?
Yes.
It's perfect. You find an oddly blunt arrow with fletching of all different colored feathers. And
Hey,
then,
Wimblecat, what is this and can I have it?
Finric, you never cease to delight me with your whimsical questions. And no, you cannot have that, but it is available for sale. You
try
see,
them.
this is a very special arrow. When fired into an enemy, you will instantly know all of their strengths and weaknesses. It's very useful.
Figure I can do that one better.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, aren't you fancy?
I just hit a guy, and I know.
What kind of monk did you say you were again?
Cobalt Soul.
Oh, the Cobalt Soul. It's a relatively new monastery tradition, if I don't miss my guess.
Well, relatively, but still old relative to you and I.
I hear there's some of those Cobalt Soul monks down in Flanland.
I've heard that as well. But I haven't made my way over there yet.
Indeed. I'm sorry, what was the Paelias? What was your number?
For the D8, I had a 3, but are we adding perception or no?
No, we're not adding anything.
Oh, so 3.
You find a crystal pen with orange ink inside it.
What's this do?
Why, when you twist that pen, it shoots out a scorching line of fire. Unfortunately, it can only be used once.
I don't like those one-time use either's. Okay, let's keep looking.
Well, perhaps you could be, he directs you to the D20 half of the store.
Okay, let's go. I'll go over there then.
Oh,
roll.
relax. Do you want this arrow that gives you the thing that I have?
Is it? Do you keep shooting it, or? Hey, I just got a nat 20 for my D20.
Oh.
All right.
Show me the good stuff.
You are drawn to a steel cane.
Okay.
A steel
Listening.
cane. Why, that is perhaps you are invited to a soiree like last night's, where you may not be able to bring all of your. He sort of takes a look at your weapons and shield. Your weapons would be a little out of place, but perhaps you suspect there may be some danger during the soiree. Why,
As I
you can
usually
just
do.
use this cane. It will magically absorb your weapon and, on request, transform back into that weapon.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It's like carrying a concealed weapon.
Exactly.
So is it just one weapon, or can it conceal multiple weapons?
One weapon.
Interesting. So I could bring in a longsword and call the cane. Now, the staff that I have, the snake staff, would that be considered a weapon, or do you think that would get through security in most
And
places?
he sort of looks at this. I assume you bring it out for him to look at.
Yeah, sure.
He looks at this like ornately carved wooden staff, 6 feet high with a cobra's head on it. I do believe most people would suspect that staff, my friend.
I see. Fair enough. What are you charging for this steel cane?
What am I charging for this steel cane, you ask? What am I charging for this steel cane? I am charging 90 gold.
Done. Let's do it.
All right.
Hey, Wimblecat,
Yeah.
are my fists considered weapons? Could I like turn my fist into that, and I could just sort of like walk around like?
Oh, Finric, there's that whimsy again. Finric, I think
No.
your fists should be registered weapons. Have you named them?
Wimblecat, what are these nice white shoes over here?
Oh, yes. Those are my white shoes of quickness. They will, when worn, they will add an extra 5 feet to your movement.
I think I like my boots of animal tracks.
I did notice a certain arcane quality to your boots, miss.
Oh, there's my Beats of Force. So I just sold that, right? Beats of Force?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, so I rolled a 2 on a d20. Is there anything left in the store?
A 2 on a d20.
Yeah.
You notice a brown leather pair of shoes.
Oh, I'm not even sure what I'm currently wearing on my feet.
He probably is
It may
barefooted.
not be anything.
Oh my gosh. Well, Mr. Twizzard, I don't know if those go with your fancy pants, but they are very useful. They will adapt to your feet, tie themselves, repair, and clean themselves.
That does sound pretty handy. I think I will pass though, because I haven't had any feet problems so far, and I've kind of just ignored my feet this whole time. So
He has Velcro shoes, which essentially tie themselves.
oh, if they were Velcro, that would be awesome.
I will say that if you are, as Agnes mentioned, heading north into the frozen land, you may require warmer footwear.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
You make a good point. How much are those shoes?
42 gold.
Oh,
But seeing as you just purchased so many fine magical items from me, including parchment and ink, I will let you have them for, I don't know, say 35?
ooh. How about 30?
40, and I'll throw this in. And he holds up a, what looks like a sort of, basically it looks like a glow stick.
What's that do?
It glows.
It provides light in dark places.
Ooh, I will take it. That sounds good.
All right.
You know the secret to Twizzard's heart is lighting stuff up.
40 gold more.
All right.
Ugh.
I have a feeling that we just need to put that around on a string and then put it around Finric's neck.
Actually, I was gonna hand it to Finric.
Right.
Oh,
Aw, it's a gift.
thanks, guys.
Is it a one-use thing, or is it like you shake it and then it lights up, and then when it wears down, you just shake it again, like a Faraday flashlight?
It can be used once a day for about an hour to 2 hours to 3 to maybe 4 hours at the max.
Oh, yeah, this cane is multiple use too, right?
It is, yes.
Cool.
Well, this is swell.
I always enjoy having you folks in my shop.
Hey, you're the best, Wimblecat.
Hey, well, thank you very much, Paelias.
I'm gonna
Have
put my
you-
shoes on.
Have you folks given any more thought to my other propositions?
Well, I did try to gather some information about what each of the houses are hiding. I might have a lead on both houses.
Indeed.
However, the lead is not enough for us to actually make any any plans or definitive decisions.
Well, let me say this. I think that these items will be there for the foreseeable future. If you ever come back, my offer is always on the table.
Okay. All right. Maybe when we have more information and a better plan.
That sounds like a wise decision.
Cool. So I'll see you around. Then I'm gonna go downstairs.
Go downstairs?
Here, outside.
Ooh, the basement? I'm also going to the basement.
The basement is off limits, I'm afraid.
Cool.
My spirit gets to go.
I think he went outside, Twizzard.
Oh, fine.
All right, thanks, Wimblecat. See you later.
Alright, you guys leave. Wimblecats.
Sweet.
I just hate dragging goodbyes out. It's just
Yeah, no, it's
worst.
a problem. It's the worst.
Especially when you're on a sending stone and you're like, bye. Okay, bye. Bye. No, you hang up. You hang up.
I can't hang up. It's attached to my ear.
Oh man, we were in Wimblecats that whole time and I didn't play the Wimblecats music. I'm gonna play
Oh,
it
well, I'll
now.
go back in.
You can do it on the recap.
Here we go. Got the Wimblecats music. We'll just play it for the rest of the session. All right,
All
what
right,
else
well-
would you folks like to do?
I know that I need to collect our payment for the performance the night before.
And I guess we've got to figure out what we're doing next if we're gonna. Are we leaving Wesleyville?
Is tonight fight night?
Is that the right town?
Yes. There's multiple fight nights.
Yes. Is tonight fight night?
It's the day after
I think it
DePaul.
is. I think it is. Yeah, it's DeSalle. It's fight night. Wizard fight night.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
So, if we want to, maybe I don't mind going and picking up the payment if Mr. Twizzard wants to spend a couple hours or 4 hours learning one of his spells. And then
Oh.
when we come back for our next session, maybe we can start with the fight night.
Well, I definitely want to learn some spells.
You would fit right in with all the other students around. Doing
Oh, sitting and learning spells?
basically the same thing. Yeah, poring over their spell books and their scrolls. And
I want to try to use this staff. Can I turn this this dragon sword that I got from the guy last night into this staff?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you sort of just. Wimblecat would have given you a command word. What do you want the command word to be?
Is there a command word for like becoming the staff and then unbecoming the staff?
Transform?
It could be the same command word. What do you?
I'll just say staff.
Just saying the word
Clever.
staff.
Staff.
That's not a command.
Very clever.
Does it happen every time I say the word?
Yes.
It's a verb.
It would
Oh,
happen
it
every
could
time
be-
you say the
Definitely
word.
be a command.
So let's just say Wimblecat. 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 Ho!
I love it.
What if you suddenly see him?
Oh yeah. Whoops.
Sword flies out of it.
It's okay. I just call him Wimble now.
All right. The command word is Wimblecat.
Wimblecat.
I don't know if it attunes to the exact. If you put that sword in it, is it always going to be that sword? Let me look at this real quick.
Yeah, if that's the case, I should probably make sure that this sword is actually going to be compatible with my style, because maybe the sword
Yeah,
does some
no,
kind of dragon thing that doesn't.
it absorbs one weapon the user owns. On request, the cane will transform into that weapon. So I think it's linked with whatever weapon you link it with.
Oh, okay.
So you might want to think
Well-
about that.
What's my main weapon?
Your mace?
Is that what I use the most? The mace to the face?
Your Lego figure has a giant hammer, but I'm not sure what that translates to in your character sheet.
No, I think that's signifying my bagpipe.
Well, you have
course.
what? A crossbow?
I do have a
A
crossbow.
mace?
I do have a mace.
And the great
I actually
axe.
have a
which
great
is
axe.
Are
Yeah.
you proficient in heavy weapons? Like a long sword and I'm guessing a mace.
Well, I have a great axe. That feels heavy. It says heavy. So, I guess. I don't know
So
if
then
I'm...
you
How do you have so many weapons?
Oh,
And how
and
do
a
you have them?
spear.
How do you have them all equipped? I
Well,
sense that this may be.
I only do what D&D Beyond tells me what I can do. So I've got a crossbow, a great axe +1, a mace, a spear, and spells.
This is not the great axe +1. That is a magical weapon. You do not have that.
Oh, that's magical?
Dang.
The +1 part makes it magical. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And of
So
course,
I have a mace, a crossbow, and a spear.
okay, yeah, that seems reasonable. I think didn't you get the spear from something we did?
The spear, I think, it was definitely from the Mistral Hills. It was either from the,
Yeah.
might have been from the Basilisk. Or from the lizard chameleon creature, the fire lizard.
It's
The
a
one that was
fire.
in the north.
Yeah. It's got a versatile range of 20 out of 60.
Yeah, that's just a typical spear.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with the spear.
So it's just the sword isn't equipped, the dragon sword.
Right, yeah, that you just got from the battle.
Yeah.
Now you could find if you wanted to sell that, you could find a weaponsmith to sell that, or you could keep it.
No, I want to see if I can use it. It looks cool as hell.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So the long sword, because it's versatile, if you use it, I guess, two-handed, it's a 1d8. But if you do it one-handed, one-handed is 1d8, and then two-handed is 1d10.
Oh, I like the D10.
But you can't use your shield if you're using both hands.
I see. Okay.
So that's the trade-off.
Yeah. So that's my longsword. So I wanna see if I can use this longsword. So let's go to fight night, and maybe I'll try to use the longsword and make sure it works. And then if it works okay, I'll just probably attune it.
All right.
But if I have my longsword attuned to my cane, do I have to equip it, or can it just be like an extra item?
I mean, the cane is really like, so you can turn from the cane back into the longsword using the command word.
Yeah.
So it would be like if you just want to, it's to make you look more unassuming, or to smuggle a weapon in somewhere where weapons aren't normally allowed.
Right.
I mean,
So you wouldn't be equipping your other weapons anyway. It would just be.
Solid point. Yeah, got it. Okay. Cool.
All right. So you basically have a longer than normal short rest, like 4 hours. So Twitter can do a spell, and you maybe do it down by the fountain, get some crepes for lunch, and just hang out there, something like that.
I'm gonna commune with my goddess if that's cool.
Go for it.
Yeah. So, anything we want to ask, guys?
This is divination.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, real quick, guys. So, what is the plan next? If are we going to Lucknell next, and are we going directly there? Are we?
I can ask the goddess what she thinks we should do.
That's fine.
Where should we go next?
Sure.
Would be my question.
It's a good idea.
The last time you asked her if having Finistel join you on the quest to defeat Falrith was a good plan. And
Yep.
she seemed to indicate that it was a good plan, at least until you defeated Falrith.
Did you read the same poem I did?
That wasn't a poem. The
Oh.
poem was what Finistel found at the academy. The vision that came out of the puff of smoke, where a peasant girl magicked a card of the Ateum, magicked a card of Finistel, combined them into one card, manifested a card of Falrith, and then had them fight, and then everything turned into smoke. That was at the beginning of last session. The poem is
Okay.
a completely separate thing.
Okay, cool.
I did hear you say that to Anne, and I was like, should I correct them? Nah, it'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Because I'm gonna pull it up because there was something. Maybe I'm confused about what I got this for. But woe to the youngling who has nothing to bring. They wander the wood, no way home if they could.
Yep.
A cave. What's that from?
That's the poem that Finistel found in the Academy archives.
Oh.
Dark animals roam, sent by tablet as tome to take what is theirs, while younglings beware.
So Mr. told us that we should take Finistil with us.
Until we defeat Falrith, and then everything poof disappears. So
But yeah, that's something. Okay. I didn't realize that. All right, so maybe I can ask Finistil, or Mistra, what we should do next. Where should we go
A
next?
single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Okay, what should we do in the next 7 days?
well, how about you say something about like, should we leave to head north within the next 7 days?
Or go south to find Finric, or Falrith.
Falrith?
All
Where should we go for lunch?
right.
Where should we go for lunch in the next 7 minutes?
So should we go north, or should we go south? Basically, right?
Well, east or south, but yeah.
Southeast. All right. So should we go north toward?
Lucknell is like almost due east of Wesleyville.
Oh boy.
Luke now is where Falrith is.
No, that's where the great library is.
Yeah. So should we go to Luke now, or should we go find Falrith? How about that?
Sure.
Okay. All right. I need the bone, please.
Mr. Twizzard, I'm sorry. Yoink.
No, Mr. Bone.
Mr. Bones.
You're Mr. Twizzard.
Took it from myself. Mr. Bones, please hand over your bone.
At this point, he just takes it out himself, and like as he collapses, he hands it out.
Thanks, Mr. Bones. All right. So I take the bone. I do my offering. I kind of like march around the bone a few times. I set a fire up, and I say, "Dear Minstrel, my favorite goddess of all times."
Mistra?
Yeah, whatever. Should we go to Luke Nile next, or shall we go to find Falrith?
All right. As you do this, and you grind the flash powder. Oh, by the way, this costs you 25 gold pieces every time you do this.
Oh my goodness, really?
Just so you know. Yeah.
Oh, but Jesus.
Well,
Is that a fourth level? Fourth level spell too?
It is a 4th level spell. Yes.
Oh boy, that's a lot of 25 gold. Okay. Can I give it in copper?
Yes, you can give it in copper.
Like a bag of pennies?
Well, I mean, to be fair, you're using that money to buy.
Probably reagents.
Yeah, and you know, I likened it to the sort of the flash powder that magicians use. You know, sort of the what is the metal that burns bright really hot and then makes
Magnesium?
Yeah, magnesium. It's the magnesium powder that Mistra, the goddess of magic, enjoys.
Of course she does. She likes the expensive shit.
You grind it with the bone until it bursts into flame in this dramatic flash of light. And you see before you the peasant girl again, and she sort of looks up at you, winks, and takes out her card of the Ateum, and takes the card of Finistel, combines them again, and then takes out the Falrith card, and then moves her hand, and you see a. Now you have been to the Great Library of Parmacoa, so you would recognize that building on the card. And she sort of like looks at both cards, and the Parmacoa card disappears, and it's the Falrith card. And she like battles again, and then the vision dissipates.
Thanks, Mistra. You're the best. All right, I think that's our answer.
Do we know what he saw?
No.
I can tell you. I'll tell you. I'll setting stone them.
Well, you're probably.
We're right there next to you.
But you can still say it. So.
I can still setting stone. All right, I'll say it verbally then. I'll say it out loud. You want me to just say it? All right. Well, I saw. I saw Mistra. She had Finistral, as we have previously determined is going to be good for us, with Falrith in mind. She had a card of Falrith, and she had a card of the Great Library in Lucknow. She looked at all the cards. She made the Lucknow Library disappear, and she had Finistral and our card of ourselves, the Atam and Falrith battle.
So we need to get Falrith.
I think we need to go to Falrith. And with Finistral, yeah.
I guess
Have
we
we
talked Finistral and our ship.
Yeah, have we talked to Finistral about this? Does she know what she's about to get into?
She said that she didn't want to go with us if we went south.
Yeah, but we outvote her.
Yeah, we'll have to
Well,
convince
we
her.
should probably get her permission and maybe tell her how important it is for her to be with us. I mean, Mistral has now told us twice that we need Finistral or we might not win this battle.
I mean, Mistra isn't my goddess. I don't have a goddess, though I am kind of leaning towards Saloon. So I personally would prefer to take the path of Saloon.
What's her path?
Going up to Lucknow to find out more information about Saloon.
But why is that her path? How do we know that's her path?
I don't know if that's Finistral's path.
No,
That's
why
my
is that Saloon's path? How do we know if that's what Saloon wants us to do?
Saloon doesn't exist right now.
Exactly. So I guess the question is, does Mistral want Saloon to exist?
I don't know, but Mistra's not my goddess, so I have no reason to follow her and what she wants. Like, I don't have a relationship with her. I have no reason to trust her. I don't know. I feel like we came up to Wesleyville because we were heading up to Lucknow, and now we're going to turn around and go back?
Well, we're gonna go and get Falrith, and then once we get him, then
Falrith
we can go
can
back
wait.
in. Can he? What if he starts building some undead army?
Or something worse?
Yeah. What if he takes over another town, and we get there and the town sucks, and we can fix it again?
I don't know. I feel like Saloon is a bigger story.
So we go after Falrith, kill him, then go after Saloon, get her.
I don't know. I might want to part ways then.
Then we go after Agnes, get her.
So after hearing this, I might sending stone Elsa
You can send someone
and
else.
and speak with Elsa.
Sure.
But would I know this if I had gone to Lady Norfill's house?
I suppose it depends on if Paelias did all that via sending stone or not.
Yeah, I mean, my plan was to tell everyone, so
Yeah.
whatever
Okay.
It was on the
whatever
party line.
everyone was. If sending stone was easier, then that's what I did.
All right. Well, I don't mind holding the conversation with Elsa for our next session, but I do want to talk with Elsa before I make any decisions. because I am feeling this connection to Saloon now. After going to a couple of the rituals down in Windbell, I am intrigued by this goddess of the moon, whatever a moon is. And I, quite frankly, don't care much for Falrith. So, if I don't have to deal with him...
You don't care if he's
I'm fine.
loose?
Well, yeah, so he's loose, but... What are we gonna... We're gonna purposely search him out? How long is that gonna take?
Not long. We know he's southeast. Or is it southwest?
Southeast, I think.
Probably south. Probably southeast. So we just go that way and find him.
Well, I mean, I figured that I would possibly be seeing my father soon, and now you're telling me that we're going to go back to Windbell, which I would like to see Lily, but, you know, I saw her maybe a week ago. Not even.
We don't necessarily have to go back to Windbell. We just have to go till we find Falrith, which he might not be in Windbell, right?
I think
No,
they're
he's
working-
even further.
Yeah.
Well, so we stop by Windbell, but we don't stay there.
I just feel like we're going in the opposite direction of where we were heading. I mean, why can't we just go all the way around then?
We could always go back and get our boat.
The library is always going to be there. Falrith could move. He could get more powerful.
Someone else could kill him.
Threat, in my opinion.
Well, like I said, I want to talk to Elsa first.
Okay.
You can talk to her now if you want.
Yeah, call her up.
All right, calling Elsa.
All right. Hello, Agnes.
Oh, Elsa, how have you been?
There was a bit of excitement earlier today, but from my understanding, it was handled appropriately.
Oh,
How are
okay.
you?
Well, we had excitement here in Wesleyville as well. It's as if we are very connected to the things that happen both in Windbell and I guess here in Wesleyville.
Did an errant treant attack you as well?
No, it wasn't a treant. It was 4 or 5 monks
Oh.
that seemed to have something against us or something against the people that we were with last night. We're still uncertain as to which one it was. Probably against us, as you know, our personalities.
You do attract trouble sometimes, it's true.
Oh, well, it seems like Windbell's attracting trouble too.
I admit I was a little concerned who would be making trouble, but I had not detected any further occurrences, so perhaps it was a one-off event caused by something beyond our control.
Well, so speaking of you know, events, I guess. No, I guess it has nothing to do with events. But so Paelias has talked with his goddess Mistra, and she suggests that it is in our best interest to go after Falrith since he has returned. But I am still interested in pursuing the story of Saloon because I'm feeling more connected to her than I am to Mistra.
Well, clerics can be, of course, single-minded in their worship, and may say similar things about Pelor, and of course I would say similar things about Saloon. You might need to follow your own heart, Agnes. If you... I guess I would ask you, what is the answer that you seek at the Great Library?
How we might be able to bring back Saloon.
That is certainly a worthy question. I am not sure I can offer much guidance. I could
Well-
perhaps commune with Saloon, but again, it would be a vision that I would have and then interpreted by me and then sent to you. So
Well, I guess if we were to return to Windbell, would I be able to have a vision at maybe one of your rituals?
the rituals are aligned such that the connection to Saloon in her current bound state is as strong as it can be. There's a possibility that could occur. I cannot guarantee it, I'm afraid.
All right. Well, I will definitely have a think on that. And it's possible that we will be seeing you sooner than later.
Well, I wish you luck in your decision process.
Well, thank you, and I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
All right, Agnes, do take care. Click.
Click.
All right.
How was your?
What's
Gotta
that?
hang up.
What's that?
It's making the disconnected sound.
Meh.
Oh, it fell off the hook. Sorry.
Yeah.
Beep, beep,
Kids
beep,
don't know what that
beep.
means anymore. We're old. So it. I think maybe we'll break here with the decision that needs to be made, and tune in next week, folks, to see what the Ateum does. Thank you very much for playing. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week on BND Live.